heading on south from Georgia. Here we go. Heading to visit Florida. Come follow us down the road. Alright, so we're pretty far down the road from when I checked in with y'all last time. Last time I was talking about how we are kind of rushing this leg of the journey until we get to Colorado. Like, we have a deadline, so that's making us go fast. So anyways, right now we are about maybe 150 miles from when I last checked in with you all, and we are rushing to get to a campground in the Osceola National Forest. It's supposedly a beautiful campground, and it has nice facilities, and it's still super cheap because it's in the National Forest. We're rushing to get there. If it's first come, first serve, so if everything is taken, then we're gonna have to get a hotel for the night, some cheap thing around there, before we head to Orlando the next day. And once we get there tonight, we're going to set up the tent. We're not going to sleep in Spicy tonight because we have too much stuff. Actually, while we were staying at our friend's house, as you saw in the last video in the Driving Dreams series, we had to take a lot of the stuff out and put it on her porch, her front porch, in order to set up the bed inside because we did not fit with all of our stuff. We're eventually putting a roof rack on the car with a storage box, but that's not there right now. So we're gonna have to be tent camping, or if we can't find somewhere to set up a tent, then sleeping in Airbnbs or hotels for a night at a time until we move on to the next place. So yeah, that's what's going on. Ooh, driving around the Americas. Ooh, so if you're following along and you can't get enough. Ooh, we're driving you around the Americas. Ooh, support the channel and hit the like button. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. So we ended up rushing to get here last night because we had to occupy the site to make sure we got a site, which we did. And then we went out to get food and water and then come back. And by the time we were getting back, it was dark. So I didn't end up talking to you guys at all last night, making any video last night. But the campsite's beautiful. I'm going to take you on a tour of it this morning. And
our tent is much bigger than it really is outside.
Yeah,
than it is inside.
Our tent is huge. It's way bigger than I was expecting. Bigger than I hoped, but it actually turns out that we like it this big. Like, we're gonna bring this tent with us in case we're in one place for a decent amount of time, like more than a week or more, I should say, because it's nice. There's a lot of room in here. We can wake up, do things in here. We'll set up our portable toilet in here.
I have to give you a tour of this tent. It's huge.
She'll give you a tour of the tent.
This place is huge and it is humongous. I love it. And you have to look at everything. Hello, Daddy. Look at it. Oh my God, isn't it huge in here?
Say hi. Say hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello.
That is supposed to be where our tent is.
Yeah, this is the tent pad, but our tent's way too big. So we padded up over here.
We didn't fully set it up properly because we didn't have time, and it's our first time setting up this tent. But it stayed up and it was enough for us to sleep in it. And then over there, out there, is actually a giant lake. It's beautiful. Some of the sites you can really, like, the water's almost coming up to the sites. There's also some full hookup sites and some water only sites. We stayed in a primitive site, so it was only $12 to get in, and if you have a America the Beautiful pass, it's $6 to get in. This is the neighbor campsite. There was someone here last night, so we didn't stay here, but look at that view. Look, the water comes right up there, all the way up to the campsite.
And did you see the sea mountains way far up?
There's no mountains out there. This is Florida.
Tree. Wow,
But Nesa calls, when there's lots of trees sticking up in the distance, she calls it a tree mountain. But this is the campsite, or campground. This is called Ocean Pond Campground, and we're in the primitive section. So this is where only tents come, and there's no hookups, but there is a nice bathroom and sinks over there that we used for this morning for using the restroom and for brushing our teeth. And it was nice and clean. They clean it every morning. It's beautiful out here. This is the wilderness. We're in Osceola National Forest, so it's really, the national forests are pretty much untouched other than the roads going through and some campsites. Our cartoon tent, as we call it. All right, so we're packing down, leaving the campsite, heading to Orlando, staying with my dad for a few days. And we found this beautiful view for swinging. All right, so we're somewhat down the road now towards my dad's in a little west of Orlando. We stopped at Chipotle to get some lunch, and I thought this was a good time to let you all know our eating situation. So right now we don't have our full cooking setup yet. That will be fully ready within a month, I think, maybe a month and a half or 2 months. And then we'll be cooking, storing food, doing everything out of Spicy here. But for now, we have to eat out and maybe cook at campsites on the fire. But mostly eating out, unfortunately. That's kind of what we're stuck with. A little bit costly, and we don't have so many options. Me and Nesa are vegetarian. Anila only eats certain meats. And we like to eat healthier food. Yeah, we like to eat healthier food, so there's not so many options to eat out. But we're finding okay, it's just that it's a little expensive. But one of our favorites is Chipotle because, well, I don't know, they raised their prices actually. But it used to be like $7 to $10 fed all three of us. Now it's more like $15. It's actually really good compared to most other places. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're eating out. So looking forward to our Chipotle. We're getting a little bit hungry here. But yeah, Nasa's getting starving. And we're ready to go down the road after we eat our Chipotle. Spicy made it to Orlando. I finally got a shower. And we have some plans for here in Florida, mostly doctors, dentist appointments, some work on Spicy, and then we're gonna head off towards Colorado. But we'll see you all when we're ready for Colorado. I'll be keeping you updated while we're here in Florida, but it's nice to be in the house for the next couple days. Though it was super fun and Spicy and in the tent, but I think I'm just feeling super refreshed after having a shower. Anyways, I'll check in with you all in a little bit. But thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, it's Aaron J. Kaplan. Hit subscribe below to follow us along on the rest of this, on the rest of this adventure towards Colorado, then all around the U.S., and then from Alaska down to the southern tip of South America. Yeah, and if you like the content, always give it a thumbs up because that tells YouTube to spread it further. And I'll see you in a bit.